Well, you should always listen, but of course you should interpret what they've said. And what I see very clearly is that people have had a terrible time. And the consequences have been very painful, and for many people still are. People find a focal point of their discontent.
So you think they're a flash in the pan?
Not as dramatically as you put it, because Euroscepticism has been there from the very beginning. It's a huge change in Britain's destiny. And so it will remain. But if you say to me, are there going to be a major force in the next general election? The answer is no.
But they have clearly repudiated a particular enthusiasm of yours, haven't they?
Well, you see, you have to interpret, what are they repudiating?
Well, they're repudiating the European Union.
No, I don't believe that.
Oh, really?
No. I mean,
well, why do you think people have voted for UKIP?
Because it's the place to go to protest about certain things that have been happening, which they associate with Europe. But the real problem is the recession. And whenever you get a recession of this sort, election results, midterm election results, find a protest point. Used to be the Lib Dems.
But UKIP didn't make any running about the recession. They made a great deal of hay with the question of immigration, which they attributed to the EU.
But the concern about immigration, which again is a complex issue, been there for a long time, is a problem of recession, because the argument was all these foreigners taking our jobs.
You don't think that UKIP voters are racists?
I think there were racists amongst them. I noticed the National Front has disappeared, so where's it gone? I've heard enough speeches by UKIP members to make me wince with embarrassment. But of course they will try to keep themselves away from association ideas.
You don't think there ought to be an electoral pact between the Conservatives and UKIP at the next election?
What, split the Tory party? Been mad.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily split the Tory party. It could be done constituency by constituency, couldn't it?
But the principle that the Tory party is associated with the sort of undercover approach and attitudes of much of the UKIP party would be quite unacceptable to a huge swathe of the moderate One Nation Conservative party.
Would it be acceptable to you?
No.
So if you do, I take it you don't have a vote now because you're a member of the House of Lords.
That makes life very easy.
But if you still had a vote, you couldn't bring yourself to vote Conservative if there were a pact.
It would be very difficult. It would be very difficult. Now here I'm doing the political thing, because what would I do? Sit on my bottom and not vote? Vote Labour, vote Lib Dem? Well, I couldn't do that. So what do? Opt out? It would be very difficult. And that's so much better to tell you the truth now and to do all in my power to support the official Tory position. There'll be no pact there. David Cameron made it quite clear. William Hague, George Osborne, they're absolutely right.
No pact under any circumstances.
Under any circumstances.
Michael Heseltine, thank you very much.
Thank you.